What's up, everybody? This is Danny from the Flipping Tables podcast. Not sure if you remember us, but it was me, Chris Francis, and Chris Gilmore. Three guys, three schmucks that just got on Skype and recorded ourselves talking about board games, Kickstarter, wrestling, kind of the stuff that interested us, and just hanging out with each other. But started some new YouTube videos, and first one is a Kickstarter game because I'm not sure if any of you remember, I'm a little bit of a Kickstarter whore. I have some various criteria for Kickstarters. Sometimes, some of them, if I like it enough, if it's a cheap game, I'll just say, sure, why not? Well, then I'll just take my 20 or 30 bucks. If it is a more expensive game, damn it, you gotta have some minis with it, because I'm getting back into the addiction again. Sorry, Addie. You know I've been painting and I've been wanting to get back into tabletop wargaming for a while. I'm trying to stay away from all the Warhammer crap. This is all from the Dark Imperium set. A friend of mine gave me the Plague Marines from, and I still owe him the Imperial side of the Dark Imperium set for payment for that. I honestly prefer painting the minis for stuff like Imperial Assault, Descent, Blood Rage, board games. I like painting the minis for board games. I like playing with painted minis more than unpainted minis. I just think they look better. They have a better feel to them. I can see my little bit of paint out that I have. When I first got out of Warhammer, I kind of sold off everything. Paints, armies, all of it. So I'm kind of building back up as I need paint for the Imperial Assault figures I'm painting. Doing a weekly paint challenge with Gigabytes Cafe. So, got my ATST all painted up. Working on the two Nexu that come with the Imperial Assault core set. So I've got a couple more things to finish on there. Some minor details: the nails, teeth, eyes, crap like that. Next up on the block are 3 more stormtroopers, because they're just easy as hell. You spray them white, you throw some black paint on the eyes, the gloves, the weapon, you throw a black wash on it, and you spray a sealer on there, and you're done. If you can see my paints over here, I got a little mix of everything that I'm working with so far. I know you see my little Hobby Lobby craft paint. A lot of you guys and girls that like to paint minis are probably wondering, what the hell is this noob doing with freaking Delta Creative and Anita's all-purpose acrylic craft paint? Honestly, this stuff is like $1.19 for a bottle that size. Vallejo, is it Vallejo? $4.99 a Hobby Lobby. $5 for this stupid little thing. $1.19. So, yeah, I have no problem spending $1.19 when I know I'm not going to be using much of it. Like this orange, that's going to be the eyes for some of the Nexu. I have no idea what else I'm going to use it for, but $1, I don't care if it dries up, in 6 months and I can't use it anymore. It works just as well as the Vallejo, the Games Workshop, the Army Painter stuff. You just have to thin it out a little more. The ATST I showed earlier, all of this gray was $1 craft paint from Hobby Lobby. This gray one, I think it was really like 77 cents, because this stuff's always on sale. It really just works just as well. You just have to thin it down a little more, as you can see from my poor man's palette. just a paper plate. It just takes a little more water than you would need, or a little more thinner medium than you would use for a Games Workshop Citadel paint or another Vallejo paint. It still does a great job. But anyway, what I'm really here to talk about is this little game here, Expedition, with the horror expansion. This was a game the expansion was on Kickstarter last year. The year before, Expedition was on Kickstarter. I was following stuff on Kickstarter, but I was kind of all over the place with stuff then. Came across the horror expansion last year and saw that they had a deal for $30 where you got the base game and the expansion. Shipping was like $5. So then I figured, you know what the hell, take my $35. If I don't like it, then I'll just pass it on to somebody else. But I haven't opened it yet, obviously. I've been playing around with the companion app that they use for it. So it's a card-based RPG game for 1 to 6 players. Low end of playtime is about 20 minutes. A couple of people I've talked to in some of the board game groups that have played it, some of the RPG groups that have played it already, that got it in the mail and already opened it and started playing with it. They played the 2-player of it. They said it took about 20 to 30 minutes to get through. So it's not too bad. It's, if you need a time filler, you're waiting for some other people to show up for your game night, something like this is perfect. The companion app is open source, so if you enjoy creating adventures or campaigns for Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, any of the tabletop RPGs, you can create adventures for Expedition or the horror expansion and upload them into the app and share them with everybody else. Not only that, but the app has a remote play functionality, so if you've got friends that have this game, or you've met other people in some of the board game groups that got the game and you want to play remotely, you can. You just all have to have the app, and that's it. I haven't tried it myself yet, but reading about it, it sounds like it works pretty well. But anyway, I'm going to move the iPad that I'm using to record this up onto my super sexy Batman table that needs to get cleaned off a little bit. And we're gonna get this opened, see what comes inside it, run through the companion app, show that off, and go through a single player version of the game, the solo version of the game, which single player will use 2 adventurers to run through the campaign. And then I've got Chris Francis, some other friends coming over this weekend to watch wrestling, and we'll get through this. And if I have Rising Sun, bet your ass we're going to be playing some Rising Sun too. But anyway, let's move the camera up here on top of the table and let's get Expedition open and see what these horrors hold. There's a nice stack of stuff there. So on top, it looks like it's got all of the ability cards first. So starting with the Bard, kind of just speeding through them. And then let's see, Battle March. That is still music. All right. And withdraws when we get into ranged. So we'll just keep them separated out. And when I was going through these earlier, when I was not recording, just talking to myself, some of these have some pretty nice effects. Some have some pretty nasty ones that will do harm to you, still harm your enemy, but it'll jack you up and, surrounding party members or surrounding enemies. So, like Focus Gaze, +4 to your next roll. If you crit success, you get an extra +4, so a +8 total to your next roll. If you fail, you get -4, so it just negates the basically negates whatever you're going to roll. There's a lot of these, you have to roll equal to or greater than 7, equal to greater than 9 for flaming arrow. So if you get that -4, you're most likely not going to be going off with any. Even though it is a D20 you're rolling, you still have a good chance. But I'm going off of my dice rolls, and my dice rolls are god awful. See, Soulfire is probably getting into, no, yeah, that's magic, so Anticipate ends it for our archer. It's got some of the standard stuff in here that you see in every RPG: magic missile, lightning bolt, fireball, some healing spells. Clone's not bad. And Channel's another good one. Yeah, Blizzard's it's one of the ones I was talking about. Deal 1 damage to all allies, enemies, and passersby. So anybody in that AoE is screwed. See, and bash that is into our melee. Yep. I like those two. Shoot, when I do this, when I run through the solo single player playthrough, I might do melee and I don't know, maybe ranged. Yeah, maybe magic. Just that way I can have some healing stuff on hand. But I like that. Deal damage equal to the damage you take from enemies this round. Meat Club. That, I'm gonna try to keep this as PG as I can, maybe PG-13. I'm not gonna make any inappropriate jokes about Meat Club, but I'll let you know where I'm going with this. Some pretty good stuff. And then we've got the loot. So, some of the spells for the magic user are loot cards. So, you got a single use ice shard, deals 3 magic damage to 1 target. Mead. Everybody needs some mead. Venison, some good stuff. Fireball scroll. Choose one. 1 target takes 3 magic damage, or 3 targets take 1 magic damage. Some pretty decent loot cards on here. That'll come in handy. Those random surges happen. You just play that, cancel that surge. That way you're not taking a massive amount of damage from one enemy. Oh, the mysterious drug. Uncle Bill, you got your card in here. You're gonna knock you out. Negotiation scroll. Scroll of chance. Scrying glass. Dusty tome. Waystone. Magical bauble. And elixir and balancing gem. And capsule of fate. Huh. I like that. Replace the result of any roll with a stored roll. So you get this card, you roll immediately, and you mark that. And then if you get a crappy roll, just replace it. It's pretty sweet. And it's just, you know, the player reference cards. All right, let's see what kind of player characters we've got here. We've got the Alcoholic Diplomats, Fuddled Mage, Fretful Bard, Stealthy Recluse, Dutiful Soldier, the Magical Minstrel. Ooh, almost messed that one up. Pack Rat. So we got a Hoarder, Jack of all trades, Wild Hunter, Hungry Chef. Ooh, I almost butchered that one. Almost said Hungry Chief. Yeah, it still would have worked. Idealist Monk. Now we've got our encounters. And split these up into their respective groups real quick, and we'll go through them that way. Alright, so we're going to start with the Fae. We've got Riftwalker, Tier 4 Fae, -2 damage from all sources. Surge. Damage dealt by adventurers this round is also dealt to themselves. Ouch. That's gonna suck. Satyr or Satyr or Satyr, however you pronounce it. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong no matter what. I can never get this one right. Tier 3 Fae. Surge. All adventurers roll a die. The lowest roller's next roll is automatically equal to 1. Shapeshifter. Tier 3 Fae. -2 damage from melee. Surge, put a random tier 1 beast on top of the shapeshifter, updating the combat tier. Once reduced to 0 health, resume fighting the shapeshifter. Well, again, that just sucks. That really blows. Imp, tier 1 Fae. Hey, easy guys, there we go, that's my speed. +1 damage from melee, -2 damage from magic. Surge, this round all melee damage is magic instead. Well, that kind of solves that dying problem. Corrigan Elf, Tier 1 Fae. Surge, takes no damage from abilities this round. Blue Cap Fairy, Tier 1 Fae. +1 from melee, -2 from magic. Surge, this round all melee damage is magic instead. Again, dude, you guys just don't want to die. I don't understand it. Magic Mushroom. Yeah. Tier 1 Fae. +1 damage from music. Surge, -4 to all rolls this round. Willow the Wisp, Tier 1 Fae, +1 damage from music. Surge, all allies and enemies take 3 damage, including the Wisp. Void Imp, Tier 2 Fae, +1 from melee, -2 from magic. Surge, all adventurers take 1 damage. The Void Imp regains health equal to the total damage taken. And Durgar, Tier 2 Fae. +1 from ranged, -2 from magic. Surge, all magic this round. Also target the adventurer using it. Well, that just sucks. Sling a fireball at him, and he's like, yeah, nope, back at you. Alright, we got Beast next. Aspic Viper. Tier 1. Any adventurers that attack the Aspic Viper this round take 4 damage. Wild Wolf, Tier 1, +1 from music. All adventurers roll a die. The lowest roll takes 4 damage. Wild Bear, Tier 1, +1 from ranged. All adventurers roll a die. The lowest roll takes 2 damage. Kind of noticing a theme here. Spider, Tier 1, +1 from magic, -2 from melee. All magic abilities deal 2 less damage this round. Wolfman, Tier 2, +1 from ranged, -2 from melee. All adventurers take damage equal to the number of wolves in play. Giant Spider, Tier 2, +1 from ranged. All adventurers take damage equal to the number of spiders in play. Dire Wolf, Tier 2, +1 from music, -2 from magic. All adventurers who played melee abilities this round take 2 damage. Giant Rat, Tier 3. All adventurers must discard 1 loot if they have any. Bear Matriarch, Tier 3. All adventurers with any melee or ranged abilities in their decks take 2 damage. And Troll. Holy crap, that's a lot of health. Tier 4 Beast. The Surge is the Troll regains 6 health. Good God, it's already going to take forever to kill this dude. 26 health on him. Alright, going to Undead. Zombie Hand. Got Cousin It. No, not Cousin It. Oh, God, what's that one from Adam's Family? The hand that does the thing. Thing, that's it. Thing. Zombie Hand. Tier 1 Undead. Surge. If dead, revive to half health. Skeletal Rat. Tier 1. If dead, revive to half health. Floating Skull. Tier 1. +1 from melee. And hey, guess what? If dead, revive to half health. Zombie, Tier 1, +1 from ranged, revive to half health. Undead Viking, Tier 2, +1 from magic, revive to half health. Skeletal Swordsman, Tier 2, +1 from ranged. That's a little different. Regains 1 health for each undead in play, alive and dead. So if the undead's dead, is it still considered undead? White. Tier 2, immune to damage. Surge, not immune to damage for this round. Well, shit. That could take a while. He's only got 6 health, but you have to wait till that surge comes up. That could take a while. Vampire, Tier 3. All adventurers take 1 damage. The vampire regains health equal to the total damage taken. Skeleton Mage, Tier 3. All adventurers take 1 damage for each undead in play, alive and dead. And Lich, Tier 4. -2 from magic. Add 1 random Tier 1 undead to combat and update their tier sum. Lastly, we've got our Banditos. Thief, Tier 1. The party must discard 1 loot or all adventurers take 2 damage. Brigand, Tier 1, +1 from ranged, -2 to all rolls this round. Footpad, Tier 1, +1 from music, takes no damage from melee abilities this round. Archer, Tier 1, +1 from magic. All adventurers with the most health take 2 damage. Rogue, Tier 2, +1 from melee. All adventurers with at least 1 loot take 2 damage. Veteran, Tier 2, +1 from magic. The veteran regains 4 health. Well, of course he does. Highwayman, Tier 2, +1 from music. All adventurers must discard blah blah blah. All adventurers must discard 1 loot if they have any. Quartermaster, Tier 2. Draw a Tier 1 loot and place it under this card, max 2. If you receive this loot, you receive this loot if you are victorious. Man, the struggle is real tonight, y'all. Captain, Tier 4. -2 damage from melee. Add 1 random Tier 1 bandit to combat and update their tier sum. Nightblade, Tier 3 bandit. All adventurers take double damage from enemies this round. So, all of these are going to suck to fight. Still going to be fun. Still going to suck. Like I said, my dice rolls have never really been good. So I'm probably going to die easily in this. So it might be a short gameplay video. You never know. Maybe I'll luck out. Alright, let's see what the horrors have in store for us. Discard more paper clips. Yeah, that's just a little thank you. Discard, discard. That card, that card. So the horror adds a new persona mechanic to the game, as well as new monsters inspired by the Cthulhu mythos. So when you're playing with the horror expansion, all adventurers will draw an extra ability at the start, which is an influence ability. And these abilities boost, use, and manipulate persona in various ways. Each unique persona has a maximum and minimum effect. So if you're at your max or minimum at the start of a round, you resolve its effects and return it to the base persona. So let's see what we got. So here is Inspiring Line. So you roll and you gain one persona. Crit, gain one extra. Crit failed, the target lose one persona. So it's just the influence on the back. Reason, gain 2 persona. Command, all other adventurers at or above base persona gain +3 to their first roll this round. That's pretty cool. Grim Bet, deal 5 damage, then lose 4 persona. Dire Prediction, deal 2 damage for every persona level you are below max, then lose 1 persona. Cutting Wit, deal 4 damage, then lose 1 persona. Scavenge, lose 1 persona, and then draw 1 tier 1 loot. Should have brought a drink down with me. Bolster, lose no persona this round, gain 1 health. Declare target, gain 1 persona. Adventurers that damage the target this round also gain 1 persona. Bastion of Will, you lose 1 less persona from all enemies and abilities this round. All persona decreases are redirected to you this round. Lend a Hand, deal 1 damage, you gain 1 persona. Let it go, let it go. Discard yourself 1 loot. Gain persona and health equal to the loot's tier. Reprimand, the target loses 1 persona and gains +2 to their first roll and damage this round. Calm, adventurers below base persona gain 1 persona. Empower, you lose 1 persona, the target gains 2 persona. Final Call, adventurers at or below base persona deal +2 damage from abilities this round. Losing the cards. Tactical Plan, gain 1 persona, gain 1 additional persona for each enemy that takes damage. Disengage, return to base persona. If the target was at min persona last round, do not suffer its effects. Conscript, the target takes your damage this round, you gain 1 persona. Cautionary Tale, adventurers that would end the round at min persona gain 1 persona. Then we got some new dudes and dudettes to play as. The Independent Historian. Wizened Antiquary. The Fraud Psychiatrist. The Deceptive Gambler. The Mysterious Patron. Now we got our monsters. Who we gonna be fighting? Our horrors. Acolyte, tier 1. +1 damage from influence. That is what that is, right? Yes, influence. All adventurers below base persona take 1 damage. Dark Young, tier 1 horror. All adventurers roll 8 equal to or less than 8. Lose 1 persona. Night Gaunt, tier 1. All adventurers with the most persona lose 1 persona. Shogoth, tier 2. All adventurers at or below base persona take 1 damage. Dole, tier 2. All adventurers roll equal to or less than 13, lose 1 persona. Moon Beast, tier 2. All adventurers with the least persona roll. Lowest roll skips their turn. That kind of blows. Tendelos Hound, tier 3. All adventurers roll equal to or less than 15, lose 1 persona. Soul Eater, tier 3. All adventurers choose to lose either 1 persona or 3 health. Deep One, tier 4. -1 from influence. All adventurers lose 1 persona. Cthulhi. Really? Cthulhi, not Cthulhu? I honestly, I should turn in my nerd card because I've never read any of the Cthulhu mythos. Tier 5 horror, -2 from influence. All adventurers below 10 health lose 2 persona. Got some more loots here. Bandage. Snuff box. Holy water. Elder sign. And then these are personas. So we got arrogant. Well, start from the top. Confident, arrogant, and temperamental. Untroubled, unaware, and oblivious. Leisurely, lazy, and spineless. Ambitious, greedy, exploitative. Theatrical, tragic, and melodramatic. I'm gonna be dealing with, that a lot, and probably, I don't know, like, it's either a little over 1 now, another year, when we hit the 2-year-old mark. Cautious, paranoid, and superstitious. Courageous, optimistic, overconfident. Complimentary, enamored, and infatuated. Precise, logical, pedantic. Boisterous, lively, and unruly. Virtuous, innocent, and gullible. Charismatic, dignified, and pompous. Woo! Some fun stuff. Lots of cards. Not sure if I'm going to sleeve them yet. I might get some clear sleeves. And sleeve them that way. That way I can, because they, all the card backs are different, so I think clear sleeves are going to be the best method on that one. Anyway, got them through all those. Some good looking stuff in there. I like a lot of this. I like all the cards. Some of the abilities are really solid. The monsters, they have they're balanced. There are some that are really powerful that are gonna suck in a solo adventure, but I think that they'll still be able to be taken down pretty easily, because they don't want to make this where someone that's new to RPGs, or hasn't played RPGs in a long time like myself, they don't want to scare us away. And they don't want to make a game that you play once, then you don't want to touch anymore because it was just too difficult. But I'm liking it, what I see so far. But we'll see if that changes once we get through the first gameplay. So this is just going to be one video. The gameplay stuff will be another video, will be a separate video. And the next day or so, I will be getting the gameplay video, the solo gameplay video, done and uploaded. And this weekend, during Royal Rumble, I swear to God, Roman Reigns wins another freaking Royal Rumble. If he comes in at number 30 and wins another freaking Royal Rumble, I just give up on everything. I will just have no expectations anymore. I've got better shows to watch on Monday night and Tuesday night anyway, but we'll get some gameplay going for this. Hopefully we'll have Rising Sun. That damn thing's gonna be heavy. It'll be fun though, but that box is gonna be a son of a gun to carry inside and downstairs, down here to the basement. But it's gonna be worth it. I'm looking forward to that one. Holy crap, I'm looking forward to that. And I'll just open up my Kickstarter on my phone real quick and just show what I got going on. But a couple of these I'm really looking forward to. Nemesis. That is one I'm really looking forward to. Kind of looks to me a little kind of dungeon crawly, but it's survival horror type game with aliens, and just these sculpts are just amazing. And just different sizes that are little size comparison here. And then all the stuff that are going to be, all the stretch goals, a lot of stuff. This actually launched, and the other pledge, Captain's Collection, just comes with extra things that you can buy as separate add-ons. I'm going to take the lazy way out. I'm going to buy the Sun Drop add-on just to have my miniatures pre-done, because I got enough crap to paint with Imperial Assault. The whole core box, and then some of the individual expansion figures I got off the Facebook Marketplace for like $80, and it was like $200 something value. If the card protectors were sold at a pledge that included, or as a add-on that included all the stretch goals, I would probably do that too, just for convenience. They would all just be in the same thing. But God, those just look amazing. Let's go back up to some of these aliens that are getting in here. I mean, it has that alien, it's aliens, outer space, but the movie Alien feel to it. But looking at some of these, like this Void Seer expansion, that's a stretch goal. It's got a big Dead Space feel to it for me too, and I'm usually not a big horror fan. I'm a little bit of a chicken with that stuff, but I really liked Dead Space, and these just look absolutely amazing. Anyway, got that. We've got Hate. Adrian Smith's Hate. Tiny Epic Zombies. These first three, for sure I'm keeping. Scarlet Pimpernel. It's got almost 3 weeks left, a little under 3 weeks left. I'm a backer right now. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Not too sure. U-Boat. I'm digging that. Seize the Bean. Anybody that knows me knows I love my coffee. The coffee I'm drinking right now is the Igniter, the double caffeine stuff. But I got Seize the Bean, Warpgate. I'm honestly, again, I'm a backer on that right now. I'm honestly probably going to drop that. I was excited about it at first, but then so much more came out. Oh my god. Isles of Terror. So it's another one, just, you know, it looks good. It gives you two options, one with minis, one with just, you know, the wood blocks and stuff like that, little ship meeples. But looking at it, I'm sorry, if I'm doing this, I'm going for the one with the minis, because he just it just doesn't do anything for me, the little wood blocks. You know, stuff like Pandemic and all that, using those as counters, that's one thing, but using them as all your pieces, and it doesn't look like there's any real, other than the color, identifying marks for it. The Pit, dungeon crawl, sci-fi dungeon crawl. I'm keeping that one up. I really hope it gets funding for that. It's got 28 days to go. It's apparently based on a video game. I'm not familiar with the video game at all. I've got a PS4 upstairs. My wife gave me Call of Duty World War II for Christmas, and I still haven't opened it. Not that I don't want to play it, but by the time I get home from work, we're putting the girls to bed and cooking dinner, sitting down, watching some of our shows together, and we get through like 2 episodes and we're both passed out and going to bed. So not really a whole lot of video game time. Even when I do have downtime for that, I still rather play the board games more. Normandy, the beginning of the end. That one is, again, that's staying on my list. Definitely keeping that one. But anyway, that's some stuff I'm looking forward to. There's more dropping. There's more that's ending soon on Kickstarter. That is just too much to go through. But yeah, thank you if you're watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble. If you want to see the gameplay video, just hang tight. That'll be getting done in the next couple of days. I am off tomorrow, so I get some... My wife is going to be going out with helping out a friend of ours that just had her first baby. And so I'm going to be at home with our girls doing some daddy daycare. So when they go down for their afternoon nap, which their only nap now, then I plan to get my solo gameplay through for Expedition, get that up, and then see who I can convince to play a multiplayer adventure with me on this game. Really looking forward to it. That is all for today. Thank you folks for watching, and hopefully my rambling just didn't run you off. This is the first video I've done in a while, so stay tuned. I'll be getting better, and hopefully the video will be getting better and more people will be showing up to play.